Are we live?
I don't know.
We are live.
Hey guys, welcome
my
in.
corner of my screen.
You're a
You didn't tell me we were going to do this live. I thought this was pre-recorded. You said I didn't know. I was not ready.
It probably would have been better if we were pre-recorded. And FYI, I still can't find my screen here.
We got Harry Humstone.
Welcome in, Harry.
You want me to just say it? I'll whisper it.
Yeah.
Harry, Rab is here.
Oh, Rab's here. Okay. Good thing you're paying attention to the chat here.
Cat is here.
Oh, hey, Cat. How are you doing?
You have the chat.
So
today, Cat.
I want to ask you guys, how did you get your names?
Oh, boy.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it happened on a mid-evening and on March 24th, 1976. I entered the world and my mom and dad said, let's name him Frank. And, my YouTube name.
Yeah, your YouTube name, Frank.
Oh, shoot.
No, in all seriousness, honestly, a few people have heard the story, but my name reflects from back on October 28th. My wife had a massive stroke. And at one point during that day, I was told she probably was not going to live through the day. She was going to die that day. And by the grace of God and modern science and technology, she did spend 38 days in intensive care, 31 of those days in a medically induced coma.
Oh, my goodness.
But she spent 38 days in intensive care at University of Hospital in Denver. And then after she came out of her coma and she was healthy enough to be transferred to a rehab facility, she spent a total of 15 days in rehab and she was home. So when she was sent to the rehab facility, we were told she would be there anywhere from a minimum of 3 weeks to, and that was like perfect scenario, but we were more looking at 3 to 6 months that she would be in rehab. Wow. She spent 15 days in rehab. She actually came home the day after our 23-year anniversary, and 4 days before Christmas, she came home on December 20th, 2019. So it kind of came out of nowhere. I was trying to figure out a name for our YouTube channel and whatnot. And I just I don't know why it came to me. I said, Amanda, it's a stroke of luck that you're still with us today. And then I was like, wait a minute, you had a stroke, blah, blah, blah. And that's where the name came from. So that's where stroke of luck comes from. People actually think it's a golf analogy or reference, but it's not. It's for my wife. It's in honor of my wife. And what we see in our live streams when we're on my channel up in the right-hand corner, I have a her fight is my fight and stroke awareness and all that stuff. So that's where that comes from. So
I'm glad
a long-winded answer, but it needed an explanation. So that's where that comes from.
No, I understand. And I'm glad she's doing better and, that she got through that. And it's a scary thing.
Yeah. My story doesn't compare to that. So I'll just.
So, Jimmy, how'd you come up with your name?
Which part, the Uncle B's or the old school flips?
Both of it.
Both.
Well, I'm old, and I like selling old toys and old video games and stuff. So that's all there is to old school flips. Uncle B's. B has been my nickname since I was born. My brother gave me that nickname. He started calling me B the day I was born, and my whole family calls me B. My immediate family calls me B. And I just thought it was really cool. My first nephew, when he was born, he started calling me Uncle B.
No.
So I like the way it said, every time he saw me, hey, Uncle B. So I just kind of went with that. And that's where Uncle B came from.
So real quick, Aaron. So kind of a funny side story to the Uncle B. I would always hear Jimmy's mom and sister call him B. And Jimmy has an older brother, and he's got a younger sister at the time. He has another younger sister now, but when we were friends in high school and junior high. So I assumed that Joseph, his brother, was A, Jimmy was B, and Jessica was C. So I go to Jimmy's mom, and I said, can you guys call me D since Jimmy's B and Jessica's C and Joseph A? And Jimmy's mom looked at me like,
What are you?
What HE double hockey sticks are you talking about? I'm like, well, their names are wrong. She's like, no, it's not. Shut up. Go away.
Oh no.
So to this day, she still calls me D because I insist on being called D because he was B. So.
Oh boy. Well, I've heard enough of you guys now, so I think we'll get to the show.
What?
I mean, I listen to you guys chit chat all day long every day, so I promise these guys some fun.
And then you usually catch us on somebody else's premiere or something making silly comments and remarks, and it's like we can never leave each other. It's like we're following each other around.
Yeah, pretty much. The reselling community is not big enough yet.
It doubled in size when these two entered.
Couple.
So,
Sonny, what's up? Chris, what's up? What's going on? Dan, thanks.
hey,
for hanging
Sonny.
out.
Hey,
Brother
Dan.
Ray.
Thanks for joining us. And hey, Chris. Yeah.
I'm
Heavy
gonna be
hitters
terrible.
here.
I'm terrible at tests, so I'm gonna do terrible at this game.
So it's not so much a test. It's probably going to be more of a test for me to get the sound effects down. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't go too bad. You know, if you guys can help out with the sound effects, that'd be great. Oh boy!
Don't hit the wrong button and give us some weird sound effect.
I know I might. I was trying to find some sounds earlier, and you know, I was struggling then. So
I had Taco Bell for lunch, so I apologize if I have some unnecessary sound effects.
you mean they're still open?
They're essential.
Essential, yeah.
Essentially, they are.
Oh my goodness!
Trying to keep the laxative people in business, you know. The toilet paper industry, now that the stores are overstocked with toilet paper, you know.
Oh great! I just got real nervous. Now Dan's wife is watching on the TV.
Hi, Krista.
All right, so let's get started here with the show. I'm gonna put us up here on the screen. I'm gonna share my screen. We'll see how this goes.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. This is where it goes downhill.
Ow, hand. Oh gosh. You're going down, Frank.
All right, I want to welcome you all to The Cost is Correct.
Curtail that copy.
Good one there.
This is
No
eBay.
PM needed there.
I want to
I
welcome.
didn't think I could feel any worse about myself.
So are you?
I feel bad for Krista watching it on a widescreen TV. Oh, dang.
Are you Robert Meower instead of Bob Barker?
Why am I making that face? And why are there balls on the other side? Who's the old lady? Come on, Grandma. You're never gonna make it through this show, Aaron. It's like a
No, I'm going to make it through this show.
oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I had Dan's help. I want to thank him for all his help on getting me ready for this, but I told him that I'm not going to make it through this show. I'm going to be laughing the whole time.
Oh
So
my
I
gosh,
apologize
that's great right there.
ahead of time to everybody. Our first item we have up for bid here is Warren Buffett, a lunch with him.
All right.
And we're going to auction him off on eBay. This actually happened, guys. This is something that I researched while doing this. So,
Is he still alive? Just kidding. I don't know the answer. Honest question.
yes, he's still alive, Jimmy.
Because I didn't know if we were going to be setting up a picnic at a cemetery or something. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be offensive if I was. I just didn't.
We introduced buffet trips to the show this morning, and we got a Warren Buffet question already. Look at that.
All right, sorry. So let's see. What are we betting?
So Dan has already put his bid in. He said $1. And I've already got your guys' bids here because I knew that we couldn't get through this without me putting it in.
All right.
So we've got Uncle B at Old School Flips here. He said $3,999,99, and Frank said $1 million, and I think this is Dan. He said $1. And then this guy, I don't know who he is, but he said $2 million.
He's in the military.
I want to thank him for his service. It was very appreciated. Thank you for everything you do. The military guy.
Every move, Grandma.
And looks like he knows the answer here. So let's see. The answer is for $4 million. I
was only off by $1?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So what do I do now?
So,
come on down. Oh.
Yeah, so you won, so you get to play the first game here.
I'm supposed to run up on the stage and give you a hug. Hey, cliffhanger, I love it.
Little dinosaur instead of a room guy.
That's awesome.
You get to play cliffhanger here.
All right, that's my favorite game. The only game I know on that show too.
Yep. So hopefully you can get this right.
All right.
So the first thing up for bid here is a Superman lunchbox. This is a vintage lunchbox with robot, and it has the original thermos with it. So how much do you think this is? Now you don't want to be off too much, or you're gonna fall off the cliff. You know.
Does it start with a sound? 55.
55, huh?
Yep.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh!
You were really off. So I guess the whole game went down.
Look, everybody, I'm not the only one. Someone said $2. Yeah, I thought I felt bad.
We got 60. We got 65.
Hi, Jimmy. That's right. I'm going over the cliff. Harry was almost there.
So the whole game's been ruined now, Jimmy. Thanks. I thought you would get that right.
I've looked up a lot of lunchboxes. I've never seen a $400 lunchbox.
I know, right?
And I'm just looking for the food on the inside anyways. I
was hoping there was a vintage bologna sandwich in there with...
I was hoping you were going to open up and there was like an extra set of Twinkies in there or something.
So everybody in the chat, we're going to just pretend like Jimmy got that.
Yeah, I got that.
So Jimmy, we got this vintage Dooney and Burke green purse. Don't be looking it up on your phone either now.
Dooney and Burke?
Yeah, this is a Dooney and Burke.
Okay,
this is
not
vintage.
Burke and Dunn. Dooney and Burke.
Yeah, not Dirks and Burke. So what's your guess, Jimmy?
Well, those are expensive.
Yeah.
But it's green. Dude,
yeah.
That's kind of ugly color, right?
Yeah.
$199?
Nikki T's given $150. I don't know.
Close. I say $199. You
Frank
said
says $300. I want to stop real quick and tell Joey, Bada Bing, and everybody else who joined us in the chat hello and thank you.
Bada Bing. I like the name.
So,
how bad is it?
Jimmy, what did you say?
$199.
$199. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how well the dinosaur makes it.
Hey, I wasn't too far. Oh, you went too far. Go back.
Oh.
I was only 30. What? I'm terrible at this game.
Yeah.
Maybe at least I was good at the guess at the beginning.
Yeah, you're only $1 off. Coming on, Jimmy. You should know this.
Hales was right there with me. He was way up there too. I think this was $27.99. Come on.
Yes, this is a vintage Dooney Burke. This is a sold price in February here. $27.99 plus shipping.
Harry was really close. Maybe Harry should come on the show.
I called the wrong guys on here. And Nikki T saying
I did good in the game, right?
Nikki T saying that she would have fallen off the cliff.
Yep, I already fell off that cliff. I'm back already trying to work my way up around again.
Chris from Old School Picker says that's a fake purse.
Had to be fake.
Oh.
Do I have more that I have to guess on? Maybe
Yes.
Maybe I'll
So
be in the same.
we're gonna get
I'm not
in.
even in the ballpark right now.
We're gonna get into toys, Jimmy. So I'm really hoping you got this one.
All right.
All right. So the next one here is remember those water babies?
No.
We have
Not
a
at all.
10-inch water baby doll with a Care Bear outfit on.
Ooh, this is the lucky one.
Yes.
That's a good luck
Green
one.
also. I didn't do good with. I'm gonna go back to close to higher amounts.
Okay.
1990 Lauer water babies.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Put your phone down, Jimmy.
159.
We got 60,
Oh, I mean $34.99.
16,
Thanks, Harry.
$34.99. You're going with Harry's answer?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go again.
Can't see. Put Harry's comment down.
Did you see that? Intensified here. Off the cliff.
Boom! Jimmy! No!
I'm sorry, Jimmy. You did not you did not win that.
What was the price on the
Yeah.
toy though? I missed it.
I want to
I
say
will
like
show you.
$18.
I will show you here in just a minute.
$18.
Dan said 249. We're
Oh,
good night.
hey Joe! Hey, Old School Picker was off by $1. Joe bought a fiend was off by
Frank,
So
that
we-
Taco Bell, man. Whew.
We got $26 and free shipping
I'm
on her.
sitting down here below you in case you didn't notice.
You know, if we all in sync do this, we could be like, "Here's the story of a lovely lady." Who was this?
All right, so we got our next item up for bid here, guys.
All right, let's do this. I like my chances. Grandma, you're going down.
I already pushed her.
Look at it.
So-
That looks like Oliver North over there. What's up, Ollie?
Come on, Ollie, you can do this.
I think it might be. I gotta be honest.
Is Grandma's
Sorry,
name
go
Rock?
So
Grandma-
we have a
Grandma's
brother.
name Rock?
Who? Grandma? No,
Yeah, is her name Rock? What is that?
no, it's Bob.
Frank, you're
Oh.
supposed to be bidding on this typewriter. Don't worry about
Oh,
Grandma's
the
name.
typewriter.
Ah.
Don't be hitting on Grandma right now. Let's go.
So this is a brother electronic typewriter GX 6750, excellent condition,
Ooh.
but it needs a ribbon.
Ooh.
So what is your guess on these?
It's already pre-filled, but I'm gonna say 7 million.
$1.
We got Frank Jr. over here saying 435.
I'm
And
gonna say 220.
we have
$1.
Okay.
Oh.
40.
89. I'm gonna say 89.
All right. $85 plus $20.50 shipping. This is also a sold product.
All right. I'm glad I'm not in the spotlight anymore. Frank's gonna get like within
this-
a dollar of everything. Make me
this
look like a total dip.
This is Frank's time to shine now because he won that one. And Frank, you're going to be
Bada bing,
playing higher or lower.
Higher. Oh, sorry.
So I made it a little easier because, you know, after the first round there with Jimmy, I had to get a little easier. So all you got to answer, Frank, is it higher or lower?
Did you shop at the Dollar Tree?
So our first
Higher, higher,
our-
higher, higher,
our-
higher, higher.
our first one up for bid is
I get
Seattle
champion
Supersonics.
jerseys. I know champion jerseys.
Sean Kemp Authentic Champion, number 40, extra large, 48, green jersey. It's a vintage.
Higher.
You said
Higher.
it's higher?
$149.99.
It is higher by $13.50.
What was his nickname? Trivia, just in the chat. What was his nickname? Sean Kemp's nickname. Anybody in the chat? No. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you're good. I think Chris was a little late on that. He said higher.
I'm just glad that the chat
Carry
covers me up so
lower.
you don't have to see me too much.
Joey Bada Bing says, "Oh no, it's a game." Nikki
It's a
T
game
says
we
higher.
are
Nikki
losing
T knows
miserably.
about those champion jerseys.
Yeah. I haven't seen anybody answer your question yet, Jimmy.
Hey, Chris knows it. Bing, bing. He gets some buffet points.
Buffet points.
Dan came in a close second.
Yeah.
Definitely Sean Kemp. Definitely Sean Kemp.
All right. So
Harry,
you got that one, Frank. So Frank, our next item up is another toy here. And it's a Thomas the Train Percy Take and Play 3-inch die cast. Is it
I
higher?
sold that. That's for my store.
Is it higher or lower? Do not help out, Jimmy.
damn it! Now I wish I had trolled Jimmy's sales to see what he's selling because I would know the answer to this.
I know the answer.
I'm gonna have to say, can I be like the idiots on the game shows? Be like, Thomas the Train was really authentic, and there's no higher.
Higher, huh? Okay. It is higher. It was $7.99 plus $3.50 for shipping. Woo woo!
I thought he was gonna do better than me. I don't want to play no
All
more.
right. Our next item up for bid here is this higher or lower? This is some HPS grow lamp bulbs. These were thrifted and sold. Are they higher or lower than $100?
Did I sell them or did Uncle B sell them?
I
Because
don't
he
know.
sold these better than me.
No, I didn't.
So if I sold them, I'm going to say lower because I sold them for less than $100.
They were higher than $100.
Yeah.
Those were mine.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
does it count that they never shipped out and the person canceled right as I was taken to the post office?
What? How are you going to post some fake news on Instagram?
I haven't had a chance to. Literally, they were on the way to the post office. I got it on here. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Hey, sales. All right. So our next item up here, Frank, is it higher or lower? This Kodak Advanced 200 color print film.
Low.
I think I sold those and it's lower.
All right. $20 you think lower?
I think it was $14, I believe. Maybe.
$12.99 plus $2 shipping.
I
I'm
remember.
on a roll, folks.
All right. So the cost is correct here, and you win, Frank.
Hey-o.
You win a trip to your backyard.
No. You do not want to see my backyard. Actually, you want to see it today because it's white from all the snow. But let's just clarify something. There's this thought that all Mexicans are great at landscaping.
Not this one.
I could kill a fake tree. That's how bad my.
Oh, so this is a fake tree here, you're saying?
That is definitely not my backyard.
That's not what I heard, Frank.
Imagine, like a rundown, like the picture, like any horror movie, the Michael Myers house or something. That's the way my yard looks.
Heck yeah. What the hell's he does some awesome stuff with those storage auctions.
Yeah, I'd like to
Him
have
and
him on.
did you see that one where him and Justin were locked in the storage shed? Oh my gosh, I literally almost died watching that.
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, him and Justin at Grimes Finds, they locked themselves in the storage unit overnight. Absolutely, the bathroom. They had to make a bathroom. Let's just say it that way. I literally was stopped breathing, laughing.
Oh no. Oh.
So yeah, if you haven't watched them, go back and watch it. It's
Seen it,
absolutely
thank you.
hilarious. I mean, that's funny stuff.
So Chris says that that's not Frank's backyard.
If we would have did the slip and slide in my backyard, there would have been a lot more obstacles to try to get around.
Tree branches,
some barbecue grills, some smokers, a fire pit. I mean, my yard sounds really badass, honestly, because there's like 5 barbecue grills, fire pit, all this stuff, but no, it's horrible. You have to get through the weeds. They're about shoulder height.
So we're going to go on to the wheel here now, since y'all did so well at that.
What the hell's get her? She's big on Instagram. There's her Instagram right there. Message her on there, or she'll message you back. She's huge on there.
Yes,
you're right. She definitely deserves that, and I know you can. The easiest way for me to get a hold of her is on Instagram, and vice versa. Like, I know you're on there as well. So,
hey, this is a trio, so me and Jimmy got to ride your coattails, Aaron.
Okay, sounds good.
Just saying.
So I'm trying to find my sound effects for the wheel here, but I can't find them. So
I'm just glad nobody can see me right now.
Here we go. We got it. We got it.
Jimmy looks all cute. Oh.
we got it
like
here.
Tinkerbell.
All right, we're ready. So first one up to spin the wheel here is Jimmy.
Oh,
I'm scared.
So here we go.
Hey, I'm looking good. I'm looking stealth. Look
yellow is your color, just so you know.
Wearing the baggy jeans look. I'm feeling it.
Oh.
All right, Frank is up now.
Hey, we were shopping at the same store.
Why am I a woman now?
That's what you get for making me a woman on that wrestling ball yesterday.
Oh man! So here we are at the Showcase Showdown.
Hey, Tupac, did you just come from a drive-by? You look like... Hey, and Aaron looks like Ellen DeGeneres or something right there.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny right there. I'm copying this email for you, Aaron.
Thank you. So, we're going to go on to the Showcase Showdown. I want to show you guys what your prizes are. Uncle B, you're up first.
Why is there a grandma? Is that the grandma from the beginning?
Yeah, that's all we can afford on this show, okay?
Oh, that's the bark
of the models. I got that. Those are the showcase models.
Yeah, first up, you have a trip to your living room with the cable bill included. And some vintage antique doll furniture. Jimmy, what is your bid for a luxurious trip to your living room with cable bill included and a Victorian dollhouse 7-piece set?
$116 and hold on, 35 cents.
That's not the answer I got earlier.
All right.
All right, Frank. Since he didn't pass on that, we're gonna go on to you here, Frank. Granny's gonna come in and show you your showcase here. So you get a trip to your garage, but I was informed by Dan that that's not your garage. This is an actual picture of your garage.
Hey, that's my side of my house, though, on the right, all those weeds.
Wait, Frank doesn't have a lawnmower.
All right. What's that lawnmower thing you speak of?
He doesn't. I don't have cable either, right? If there's a lawnmower in there, Frank don't have no lawnmower.
There's some cinder blocks.
Now I know he has an extra tire laying around.
Yeah, that was that's under the Monte Carlo in the front yard. The cinder blocks. There's like a lot of in his garage.
Nikki T says this is organization, baby.
Organization, baby. Hi everybody up there.
Joey, don't worry, we'll get you on next. This was just a test run with these guys.
Yeah, we're just the test dummies. We're the crash test dummies.
So
we emphasize the dummy part of that term, by the way, just so you know. Hey, did you see Amanda's comment, Jimmy?
I didn't.
That's a lie because you don't see my dad in the background anywhere. Hitting a ball or
Playing some virtual slot machines.
So you get a trip to your garage here, and like I said, courtesy to Dan for the photo here. And you get a vintage Little Tykes Cozy Coupe Dollhouse mini size 6-inch red yellow miniature car. This is great on gas mileage.
And it's a 2-door. Thank God, because if it was a 4-door, it'd be a sedan. So
yes. So Frank, what is
coop.
your bid for the trip to your garage and your very own new car?
I'm gonna say
very own new car.
$5,000.
$5,000. That is not. Oh, that is. Oh my goodness! I can't believe it. You won a trip to your garage and a brand new car. It's great on gas mileage.
And I hope to God my dad and daughter aren't in there because I will not pass the drug test if I go apply for a job. So.
I
went over.
I decided you guys went over. You guys are the worst in the cost.
That
is
explains your
correct.
disgusted look on your face in that picture.
Yes, the cost is correct. Has gone downhill. I'm sorry, Joey. This is never going to air again because these guys went over.
Wah, wah, wah.
Failed as usual. Story of my life.
Whoa, that's complicated stuff going there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was funny. Thanks for putting that together.
Yes, you're welcome. I had a good laugh. I'm over here crying and everything. Oh man.
Too funny.
So if anybody else wants to play in on the cost is correct, I will definitely have you on.
Chris knows you all too well, Frank.
You're way more advanced than I was.
Chris, that's his car. That's his little car that's making that noise.
Hey, just so you guys know, nothing changes. Still no wire hooked up to the microphone, everybody.
Oh, you're still fake news with your mic, huh?
I won't say it because I was going to say something, but, my wife's not the only one faking things in this house, okay? I can fake a thing or two.
Play that one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the sound effects going here. Oh, there's delay.
So that's it right there.
Frank, if I had more assistance, it wouldn't have ended. It would have kept going, but I had to put that together, and boy, was it fun. And I had the help of Jimmy with those last few pictures there. He's a little better at editing than I am, as you could see in a couple of those pictures.
I think it's hilarious how you were all you're all pissed off. You're like, these guys, they don't stand a chance. Well, I kept saying, you're going to have to send me a picture. And I was like, no, I'm going to find one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could at least had a smile on your face, but the look of disgust. I'm used to that look of disgust, to be honest with you, so it's not shocking to me. I've let down quite a few people, so I'm used to that.
So I want to go into a little bit of an interview with you guys.
All right.
I know I've learned a little bit about you guys, but I don't know if any people in the chat know about you guys or if it's they're new to you guys. So what is your guys' favorite way of sourcing?
I like Facebook Marketplace. I find better stuff at yard sales with better profit, but I like looking for collections on Facebook Marketplace and buying them. Mm-hmm. So that's my favorite because I found some of my funner stuff on Facebook Marketplace. So and then yard sales are a close second.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I seen that you bought recently from somebody that was trying to throw away things.
Right.
And they got them out of the trash for you to purchase. Is that what I understood?
Yeah. So I went and met this guy. He had, and for starters, the picture that he had, half the stuff was gone. So he didn't update his pictures. You know, and I messaged him. He told me, and it was a pretty decent drive. He didn't tell me at any point that half the stuff was gone. So I get there and I'm like, well, where's the record that I wanted? There was a video game in there that I wanted. And he literally goes, oh, well, I threw the video games in the trash. He's like, you're interested in them? And I was like, well, yeah. Those are some of the main, like, I'm not interested in the stack of VHS tapes that are literally crusty and out of the box.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the video games.
Yeah.
He went over to his trash can and pulled out a stack of DS games and Xbox games, and still ended up selling them to me. Like, he's still charging me for them. And
I would have said, no, you just pulled those out of the trash.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I tried negotiating. I mean, I got them down to 25, and I already sold all three DS games. The first one sold for $30, so I made my money back on that one, and I already sold all 3 games. But yeah, you know what? He was a really nice older guy, so I was just like, that's fine, even though you threw him in the trash.
Oh boy, I want to stop for a minute. Jimmy, if you could point for me, I believe it's on Nana Tink's channel. She has coming up soon here with Joey. She's going to do an interview with Joey, so I wanted to mention that to everybody.
What time is that at? Is that coming up soon?
I think they said 9 o'clock Eastern time.
So 7 our time. All right.
Hopefully they'll put it here in the chat.
All right. I don't see it. Then a lot of ask Jennifer too, because a lot of them don't have wrenches.
Yeah.
She's really stingy with her wrenches, guys.
I don't even know if Jennifer has
a hand out wrenches. I throw them.
Hey, my question is, when you give a wrench out, does they always have a wrench then?
Yes.
Yeah. No, they don't always have wrench, but they have a wrench.
Yeah.
Sorry. Everybody's gonna hate me.
Jennifer says.
One, huh? That should
Jennifer says. 9 p.m.
All right, cool. We'll check it out. 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Oh, she's
yes.
already on. Like, I should have never doubted you, Jennifer. I apologize. I know. I should have known better.
Oh, she already put it in. So come on now, Jimmy.
And I should have known. Jennifer is on it.
Yeah, I'm hungry, Joey.
Lifetime supply of ranch from Aaron. You heard it here first. Just she's handing out lifetime because she asked, "Will they have ranch forever?" Yes, you get a lifetime supply of ranch from Aaron, y'all.
Yes.
So subscribe to her channel.
Dan ate some cool ranch Doritos for lunch today. He said.
Don't worry, Rev. He's wrenched for life.
For life, Ren.
Oh man.
Go ahead, sorry.
So Frank, what is your favorite way to source?
I would have to say garage sales. You know, actually what I like going to that before the whole thing shut down everything, but I literally have a flea market that's like a mile from my house. And man, we have scored some good stuff at the flea market, especially on Sundays when people are just really wanting to get rid of stuff. So flea markets and garage sales are obviously during the downtime, obviously we're forced to go to thrift stores, but I hate having to pay somewhat normal prices for stuff. I like buying stuff cheap, so
right.
Yeah.
Thrift stores and garage sale garage sales and flea markets for sure.
Yeah.
Estate sales. And here's a tip that Jimmy taught me. If you're at a garage sale or estate sale, even if you don't see it, ask the people if they have video game stuff, because he pulled that on me. We were at it was like not even it was a estate sale that literally had it must have been Rhode Island, because it wasn't a very big estate we were dealing with, because it had like 7 items for sale.
It was terrible.
And Jimmy was like, "Hey, do you guys happen to have any video game stuff?" And this guy was like, "As a matter of fact, I do."
No, the lady was like, I got some old stuff. You don't want old video games? Like, yeah, I do. She brought out a new, like a still sealed Nintendo 64 Mario.
No way. Game. No way.
And it was in a hard case, too.
And it was in a case.
This sounds like a fishing story. I don't believe it.
For real, Frank was there. Because I was like, I was just happened, because I asked if anybody asked me, are you looking for anything in particular? Yeah, video games. And she brought out it was like I don't remember which game it was for Nintendo 64, but yeah, it had the box. It was in a hard case and everything.
Wasn't it a Mario Kart or something like that, or Mario World, or?
It was one of the. It was not Kart. It was one of the Mario games for Nintendo 64. Yeah, I sold that for over $100. Anyways,
Joey, no, just I have some wrestling stuff in the background with my ambiance. This is like literally the only clean wall in my room. The rest of the room's a hot mess. So.
Like his garage.
Yeah.
The rest of the house looks like the garage.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Not Another Teen Movie?
I don't think anybody has, Frank.
That is the best movie
You're the
ever.
one. So you're the one.
Yes, Frank. We've seen your favorite movie. Don't worry.
Bring It On?
Yeah,
Tell me you haven't seen Bring It On, Aaron.
I've seen it.
How about part 2?
Yes,
3?
but you see, I'm also female.
Hey, I love females.
She's
So
like, I was a cheerleader, so that's why I watched it. Frank's like, I was a cheerleader too. He's got the
I
baton.
was on the top of the pyramid.
No, man.
A very small pyramid.
So, Jimmy, what's your favorite movie? Because we all know what Frank's favorite movie is.
I don't know. I don't know what. I like all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
My favorite one is one that most people don't like as their favorite, Rogue One. Star Wars Rogue One. I don't know. I really like Forrest Gump. I'd probably say Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Chris, they're not jazz hands, they're
Spirit fingers.
spirit fingers.
Anytime we've seen them do that, we'll be at karaoke. He's like, Spirit fingers.
My yeah.
Not that we go to karaoke very often, but there was a time when he almost got us in a fight with his spirit fingers.
I look like the 9-pound sledgehammer. I had my big cowboy hat on, looking like a total, looking like a total shit kicker. We walk into this bar, and right away,
language.
Everybody gives
This
us
is a family-friendly show.
Everybody gives us this stanky look, and me and Jimmy are like, "What are we doing wrong that everybody wants to beat us up?" So we had to get out of there before we got in a bar fight. So
that's top 5, Dan. I really like that movie just because I like video games. I like pop culture, so that's top 5. I don't think it cracked number 1 though, but I love that movie, Ready Player One.
I need to go back to Mimi here and tell her, the rest of the show is just all boring. The first 30 minutes was the best part of it, so you'll have to watch back.
If you like CGI, the first half hour is all CGI.
If you're into seeing technology at its best, I'm just saying, the first half hour was.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Hey, cult classic. I agree with Dan. The movie Clue. That's in the top 10 of mine. It's so bad it's good.
I'm not a fan.
It's one of those that's so bad it's good.
What about Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, that's top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it filmed in Colorado.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I took care of it.
I mean, we
expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this.
That Denver's full of poop.
Yeah. Anyways, back to reselling.
All right.
So, what is one of the best things you guys have ever sold?
Ooh. I got 2 things I can think of right away. See this hat I'm wearing right here? That's called Script. That style of hat from the 90s.
Uh-huh.
Well, I found a Los Angeles Raiders Script hat like this at a yard sale for 50 cents.
No.
And the Raiders have since moved to Oakland, and now they're going to Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
It was also made famous by Eazy-E. He wore that hat all the time when he was in NWA. And I bought that at a yard sale for 50 cents, and I threw it in my garage. And it just went into my death pile. One day, me and Frank we were out at yard sales, right? And I decided to look up that hat because he was driving, and I was like, "Holy!" I was like, "Frank, I got this hat sitting in my garage right now." I think I sold that hat for $225 or $250, and it sold like I listed. I started getting offers right away. Like people were offering me 175, 180. So I held out for the highest for what I was asking, and it sold less than 48 hours for awesome. I think it was 225.
Yeah.
250. But yeah, so that's a bolo. So this is called script when it's in cursive. If you ever these in general, if it's an old one and it's got this kind of writing, they're worth money.
Okay.
If you ever see a hat like this at a state sale or yard sale, pick it up or a thrift store. You always want to make sure that the tag hangs too. See how that tag is hanging? It's not sold on both sides. That means it's vintage. The new one stitched on both sides.
Yeah.
So yeah, always look for hats like that. And then the other one is one of my first ever really great sale was I found some hearing aids for an iPhone.
Yeah.
They were hearing aids that you could sync to your iPhone. Pick them up for $5, and we sold those for $500.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were brand new. Like the lady didn't know how to use them. She's like, "Yeah, it was an old lady. She couldn't figure out how to use them." And we tried to ask her to take a less price on them at the yard sale too. And she's like, "No, I'm gonna need all $5 for that." I'm like, "Yes, here you go." Yeah, so those are the two biggest sales right off hand that I can think of.
Yeah. I'm with Nana here. I'd like to learn a little bit more about hats. So I'm hoping when we all get together that you guys can teach me a little bit more about hats. I mean, I've picked up some here and there, but I'd like to learn a little bit more about it rather than just kind of throwing them up and seeing if they sell.
Yeah, 90s sports hats are really good if you can find, especially certain styles. But yeah, stuff from the 90s is really hot right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like what Jimmy was saying though, just like he said, make sure to do some research to be able to spot the vintage ones because they are making.
Yeah, this style's back out.
Right now. They're making those today now, so you don't want to accidentally overpay for one that's not worth,
Yep.
But yeah, those old school hats are worth some money.
Yeah.
All right, I got to hear what Frank said.
Yeah.
I know he's got to be a T-shirt of some sort.
So I was gonna say. So my bet, I've got two of them as well.
Okay.
So the eBay sale that I have is me and Jimmy again. We were outsourcing. I hit a garage sale. And I bought like 5 concert T-shirts that I paid like $2 for all 5 of the shirts. And one of them was a 1985 Motley Crue, Alistair, whatever his name is, concert or tour shirt or T-shirt, and we got $250 for it. And I paid it's basically like a quarter, 50 cents for those shirts. So
wow,
that was the biggest individual single sell I've ever done. I was on Craigslist this was a couple years ago, and I was looking at an ad and I saw a trailer I saw something in the background of something else a person was selling. So I started texting the person and was kind of lying to him because I knew what he had, and I said, "Okay, well, how much do you want for that trailer? I want to convert it into a jet ski trailer." When he saw me, he probably laughed his butt off, seeing how fat I am. Like I was ever going to get on a jet ski. But I'm playing my game, bullcrapping the guy.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, "Look, it's some abandoned stuff at our house. My boss said to get whatever we can for it." I said, "Well, what do you want for it?" And literally like 5 texts back and forth to each other. He said, "Just make me an offer on the trailer." So I said, "I'll give you $50 for it." He goes, "Fine, you picking it up tonight?" So I said, "Yeah." Got home from work. My wife and I drove out across town, picked up this trailer, hooked it up, and brought it home. Well, it was a Traeger smoker, double-sided smoker trailer, and I sold it the day before Christmas 2 years ago for $2,000.
Woo!
So
yeah,
that paid for our airfare and hotel. We went to New York for family vacation with that $2,000. So that was my biggest single sell I've ever had. It was a $50 investment. I literally did nothing to it. It didn't even work, but those smokers, if they were in great condition and good working order, are about $10,000 brand new. So the guy knew what he was buying. I knew what I was buying. The guy got his $50. He thought he was happy getting rid of this little trailer, and yeah, I turned it into $2,000. So that was my biggest individual flip.
Awesome.
Nice. Hex
Yeah,
Jet.
Jimmy, remember seeing that was in my garage of despair? You know, where
Yeah, if you saw it, it was in the picture earlier. Actually.
Yeah, I didn't see past the
Saw the little
lawnmower.
It was under the cooler and the lawnmower.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get that picture back up here.
Uh-oh.
That was the Little Tykes. Yeah, it was behind the Little Tykes
Yeah, the
table and
Little Tykes swing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's loading. Oh, we're working on that dial-up now.
you had mail.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now it's freezing up.
You done did it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe there's hope.
Oh. Nope.
Nope.
We don't want to call you Dead Air Aaron.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, Dead Air Aaron. But there's some dead air going on right now. Nobody look at me.
Yeah, don't look at Jimmy. Oh. I found it. Let's see.
Frank's garage. Oh, no.
Oh,
that's
no,
not
no.
garage. That's you.
Your garage. That's your basement.
Yeah, my basement.
As you can see, she's a natural at this.
Yes, I am. There's Frank's garage.
I want to see your happy face one down there again, where you're just so happy that you're on the game show with us. You were just excited to be there.
Right?
Yeah.
That one cracks me up every time.
Here, we'll make it bigger.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And why are we so short? I messed up on that, huh?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, where's the screen?
There we go.
There we go. We're back.
She has a future in, what's that called? What's the people, what are they called? Producer.
Dead
Yeah.
air in.
Yeah.
Dead air in. Oh.
So, when did you guys start reselling?
Ooh. Start reselling or selling on eBay?
Reselling in general.
July of 2018. When I got back from the eBay Open, I was selling on eBay for a company. They sent me to the eBay Open. I kind of talked them into it. And then when I was there, I found out that nobody cares about a guy that sells for a company because everybody there was resellers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I learned about reselling while I was at the eBay Open. So I came back from the eBay Open and I started up my own eBay store. And I went full-time in February of 2019. So from July of 2018 to February of 19, I was part-time. I saved up every single penny that I made. I didn't spend any of it because I wanted to do it full-time. So that's how I got started. So I learned how to sell eBay working for a company, selling
Sweet.
their stuff.
Nice.
And then I started doing it part-time, then I went full-time.
Awesome. And you, Frank?
Pretty much almost similar timeline. I mean, my eBay account I've had since like 2006.
Mm-hmm.
I used to dabble in selling stuff here and there. I'd find something laying around the house and I'd throw it on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally never in a somebody cooking. Son, you're trying to cook again.
I can't fix him either. Oh, that's funny.
I thought I was like turning into a dog. I was like,
We got a code red over here at my house.
Somebody's
That's
cooking.
what's known as my wife is cooking.
Dinner's
I'm
done.
sorry, y'all. Oh gosh, she's gonna yell at me because she hears me talking.
That's what happens in my house too.
hey, Joe,
And you guys are probably like, how the hell did he get fat at that point?
I thought I was turning
I want-
into Teen Wolf, man. I thought I was listening to a dog whistle going. I was like, I might still. There's still hope I'll be a good basketball player. You know.
So I want to go
My
back.
brother's here, by the way. Hi, Joseph. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to go back to Frankie Jr.'s question here, but I also want to get into about the convention you guys went to, because that sounds like a bunch of fun, and I don't know if many resellers have done that. So let me answer Frank's question, Junior, here before I forget. So Frank, my best sale I have ever had was a Woody hat. My husband actually found it at the Goodwill outlet bins, whatever you want to call it, and I put it on auction because I was like, $5 for a hat. Let's see what happens. And long story short, 7 days later, it sold for $39, I think, plus shipping. So
I'm always looking for those for Woody.
Yeah.
I have a Buzz Lightyear for sale. He's not worth nearly as much as Woody.
Yeah. And then my other was those concrete fire resistant things that I picked up on a Curb Alert for free.
Right.
And they sold for I think it was $600 with all of them together.
What?
Yeah, I remember you talking about that on one of your other shows one night.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a score.
Yeah. And yes, Nan, I think I am laughing so hard I'm crying. This happens every time I talk to these guys.
Well, good thing you're funny, Aaron. You got us too. You know, us dead weight over here. You got to carry us.
See Danny's comment?
Danny.
The smoke alarm goes off.
Well, yeah, that's in my house too, Jenny.
But I'm telling on you, Dan. I'm telling Sonia. You know she'll punch you. You know she will.
No, actually, the house is really on fire, and Jimmy's just out here.
She's gonna...
What worries me is I think she was making a root beer float and the smoke alarm still went off. So that's kind of.
No, I think the house is seriously on fire, and Jimmy's just in the basement. And she's like, "See ya." She's
got a little bit of a like an accent. That's why my brother wants to know how is it gonna sound. Oh, I can't do my impression. I'll be in the trouble. I'll be in the trouble if I do it.
Dan has our next video up for us. He says we have to do a challenge to see the first one that makes. So I'm gonna have you guys back on and definitely.
That's a great idea, Dan. We're doing that.
Yeah,
I'm actually a little concerned because the smoke alarms went off and you could hear the door to the basement locking. She's locking him in with the house going.
You should have put that lock on there, Jimmy.
Yeah,
right. Well, and my fat butt ain't fitting out that window. I'm screwed.
Oh no. So, Jimmy and Frank, tell me a little bit more about this reseller convention.
Oh, the eBay Open?
eBay Open?
Yeah.
Oh, it's boring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's no fun at all.
Yeah.
You don't meet anybody cool.
Yeah.
You kind of just sit around doing nothing.
I mean, it was miserable hanging out at the Mandalay Bay poolside for 4 days.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
Cool. Hanging out with YouTubers. It's just not fun.
It was, you know.
No, it's really awesome actually. So it's a bit. Has anybody in the chat been to the eBay Open? Let me know if you've been there. They have, the first year was really good. I went there to learn because they have classes and they'll teach you stuff to do. Like they have a social media class and they have, a listing class and a picture class and a Google's there and they help you with how to get your how to help get your listings on Google, which is white backdrop, and make sure you add the UPC, y'all, in case you didn't know that. That's how you help get your stuff on Google. So there's classes like that. So the first year, I definitely went for that reason. But then the second year, I went back at the second year, and it was more to learn the social media side and network with people involved in social media and get to learn how to, because that's when I wanted to start YouTube. I already started it, but I'm still terrible at it, but I was really terrible at it then. But it was just awesome, like hanging out. I don't know if we got to hang out with Casey Paris, the Rockstar Flipper. Got to hang out with my Shane Myers. Now that's one cool dude right there. We got Rise and Grind Picker. Yeah, we got to hang out with him.
Bearded
So,
Picker.
Who? Sorry, Frank.
Bearded Picker, Thrifty Santa, Lindy Glenn.
Lindy Glenn. So the last night there's just a big party. They throw a huge party. They rent out a space. There's live music and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. So the second year was much better because first year I learned a lot, but the second year was just, I knew I had a better plan going into what I wanted to do. And to try to grow my YouTube and learn how to do this YouTube thing. So, so there's so much you can learn there. You can learn eBay stuff. You can learn social media stuff. You can, you learn way more talking to people and learning from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would say, they do have some it's a bunch of breakout sessions, and they've got a bunch of different classrooms set up, and you just go to all these different classes. I wasn't overly impressed with a lot of the classes because how much can you learn in 40 minutes?
Yeah.
That's about how long each class is. But
did you guys, I'm sorry, did you have to pay for these classes?
No, so you pay for entry into the open. So they would open registration in Jimmy, like March?
Yeah.
And it sells out within a matter of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you get a lot of free food, free drinks every night. So you pay for it.
You get a discounted rate on the hotel. It's at the Mandalay Bay, so it's a beautiful resort.
Like Forrest Gump said, I must have had me, how many Dr. Peppers, Frank? How many is it?
I must have me about 17 Dr. Peppers.
I must have had me about 17 whiskey sours each night.
I was so drunk the last night, I was paying for the free beers, but that's how drunk I was.
Me and Frank that was fun. That was fun, man. Yeah. And go ahead, sir.
I gotta have Frank Jr. on my show here because he's asking some good questions tonight. So I have found some toys I actually found on Garage Sale app, which is kind of linked to Facebook Marketplace. And they were some dollhouse toys, kind of like Jimmy's, but not as fancy. They were some little tyke ones.
I told Aaron I was pretty sad when I had to take the dollhouse furniture out of my dollhouse to ship it.
I told him you got to do what you got to do at these times, Oh, yeah.
Look at my wife throwing shade at me again already. See her little comments?
Yeah. She said he's cheap. After the story this morning on you running away from her and letting her die. I don't
left her for dead. Yeah. I totally get it in the movies, where when the person falls and you're trying to get him to get up. I couldn't get her to stand up, so I was like, deuces. Like they always say, I don't have to outrun the bear, I just have to outrun you. So just know if a bear is chasing after us, I'm taking your knees out.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Does anybody in the chat have questions for Jimmy or Frank? I'm going to open up the chat.
Or Aaron.
We are at 1 minute and 3 minutes, or a minute. On for a minute. We're at an hour, and I don't want to take you guys' time too much here.
Hey, what went through this demented mind?
Oh, I don't see anything coming up in the chat here.
My brother did comment that I did sell a toy that he had been looking for, which was a repop of a Evel Knievel doll, wind-up doll, where you wind him up and you hit a button and he takes off. Well, I found one at a garage sale, but the seller and me, instead of giving it to him as a gift that would have probably made his day or week, I sold it on eBay instead for a lot of money. So it worked out for me at the end.
Joey Bada Bing has a question here for Jimmy. He asked if he has any jokes because Jimmy did a really great video interview with me.
Where you couldn't hear the jokes.
And being in a dinosaur suit. So do you have any dad jokes today, Jimmy?
I got dad jokes. If athletes have athlete's foot, what do astronauts have?
I know the answer.
Ready? Mistletoes.
I didn't know the answer.
A dad joke?
I didn't know the answer because I was going to say asteroids.
Frank's the joke guy. Frank has better jokes than I do.
Okay, I got one. This goes back to my car I won today.
Oh yes.
Is it a long joke?
Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
I don't know.
Because if it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan.
I'm afraid Frankie's got a joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's
rated
family.
double R or
I don't know if it's family friendly. If I can put it up on the video here.
yeah. See, his mom just said, "Son, you can't tell jokes. You're not allowed to in this platform, Frankie." I'm just saying,
We can do it off.
Yeah.
You know.
When it's not live, we'll do some good jokes.
Oh, see, Nikki's the bomb. Look at her. She knew the answer.
It would be a sedan. Yes.
Stupid Dan. Oh my gosh. That's
I should have had Dan on the show. His was better.
Danny gets in trouble for saying the S word. It's just so funny. She's talking to him like he's a little kid and he's 6'7". Daddy gets in trouble, so you can't tell jokes.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph's cussing in the chat. Look at that. He just LOL'd that damn.
Wait, a bear walks into a bar and says,
I don't know if I can show this joke.
So, a bear walks into a bar and says,
"It's good. You can show it. It's funny." Why the long pause? You should have spelled it out. Pause though. PAWS.
I haven't seen the pun yet.
Why the long pause?
Says, I want a Jack.
I don't know. I was born with them. I get
and
it.
Coke.
It's pause like this.
Mm-hmm.
PAWS for that is
because he wanted a Jack.
That's
and a Coke.
And a Coke.
So the bartender said, "Hey, why the long pause?" I don't know. I was born with them.
What's the one about? There. My mom used to read this one. It was I'm not gonna talk because I don't know.
I got another good one. I want to see where your guys' minds are at.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
Aaron might be monetized soon, so be careful.
No, this is. I want to see where your minds are at. What do you do with an elephant with 3 balls?
Juggle.
You walk him and pitch to the rhino. It's a baseball joke. He's got 3 balls. You walk him.
I don't know if Jimmy's frozen or just.
No, I'm just taking in that joke.
Hey, a horse walked into a bar and the bartender said, "Hey, why the long face?" I got dad jokes all day long. Why the long pause?
Where's my sound
Why the
effects?
long pause?
Where's my sound effects?
They're dad jokes.
All right. I can't think of one.
All right. Well, I'm going to end it here, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on and giving me a good laugh. Like Nana Tink said, we were all in tears during this.
Yep, for sure. That was
laughing so hard. Everybody who missed the beginning of it, go back and watch that
CGI spectacular. That's some of the best effects you'll ever see.
Was it Chris or Dan or somebody said the first half of the show was brought to you by Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the trouble because I didn't laugh at Frank's jokes.
Yeah. You just stood there staring.
So, somebody want to drop the link again for the live we got coming up in about 50 minutes, right?
Yeah, on Nana Tink's channel. When I see it here, I'll put it in, but want to go over there and check them out because I know Nana Tink is going to be interviewing Joey Bada Bing.
Bada Bing.
That man has gone from 0 to 100 in no time.
Joey Bada Bing.
Yes, Nana Tink. I'm planning on doing it again. And as you've seen earlier, Dan has our next lineup on who can make each other laugh quickest.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
Well, Jennifer has the link here, and I think that was at 9 Eastern time.
well, I gotta go check on that dinner bell. And then
Yeah.
I'll come back down and watch that.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
everyone.
Aaron. It was a blast.
Tomorrow on Uncle B's channel, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, open mic. Anybody wants to come on the show? You could be like this on the screen on YouTube, just like us.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.